The first evening, he locked the bathroom door behind him. "Boundaries," he said in a smooth, almost professional tone, as if we were signing a contract. I stood there awkwardly, gripping my toothbrush, unsure what to say. He slipped the key into his pocket, like he had just secured a small victory. My daughter kept stirring the soup, her eyes fixed on the pot. "He's right, Dad. You're not exactly a guest here. You're kind of a burden," she muttered softly. The metallic clink of the spoon against the pot echoed in my mind more than her words did. I lost Evelyn last spring. 42 years of marriage, 3 children, and she slipped away with my name on her lips. The house had become hollow without her, every room too silent, every wall too empty. So when Maya said, "Come live with us. The kids miss you," I thought it was a rescue, a lifeline. At first, everything felt almost normal. The grandkids were excited. They loved my old stories. I fixed the leaky faucets, mowed their lawn, even offered to contribute to household expenses. He laughed. "Of course not. Your family," he said with a pat on my back. Then things shifted. He started tracking how much milk I used. He didn't have to raise his hand. He found more subtle ways to control everything. The thermostat, the groceries, the phone. If I needed eggs, I had to ask. He began calling me old man, not playfully. One day, I noticed him deleting voicemails from my pension office. "Just junk calls," he claimed, smiling. When I asked for the car keys to go grocery shopping, he grinned and said, "No need. We got it covered." Maya never looked up from the stove. Always stirring, always silent. Then one weekend, they left for vacation. "We're heading up to Tahoe," he announced cheerfully, clapping my shoulder like a coach sending in the bench warmer. They took the SUV, left no food behind, no house key, no way for me to leave. 3 days alone, locked inside that box. That's when I found it. A crumpled email tossed carelessly in the trash. It was from a realtor discussing renovation plans for after the life insurance money came through. My house, the one Evelyn and I built together, wasn't my home anymore. I wasn't family. I was an asset waiting to mature. Grief is silent. Revenge doesn't have to be. When they returned, I greeted them at the door with tea. Chamomile for Maya, black for him. He joked, "Look at you, finally pulling your weight." I smiled and said nothing. Over the following weeks, I played my part. I faded into the background. I forgot to flush. I lost my hearing aids. He mocked me at dinner, made snide remarks. I let him. I logged every insult, every humiliation. But I wasn't only logging, I was recording. Tiny cameras hidden inside smoke detectors. Microphones tucked under couches. Hours of footage. Him saying he's dead weight. Maya whispering. Maybe we say he wandered off. No one would question it. They weren't just cruel. They were dangerous. I rewrote my will. Transferred everything into a trust for my granddaughter. Quietly sold the house through a lawyer they didn't know. Moved the funds. Then I waited for the right moment. It arrived on a Thursday. They were hosting dinner for friends. Laughter floated in the air. Glasses clinked. Candles flickered. He made another joke at my expense. Something crude about adult diapers. The table erupted in polite laughter. Maya stirred the soup. I stood up. "I won't be staying much longer," I said calmly. He raised his glass. "Finally taking the hint, huh?" I shook my head. "No, just returning what belongs to you." I pulled a small remote from my pocket and pressed it. The TV lit up. Hidden footage played. His voice, "I've checked the policies. If he slips in the tub, no one will question it." Maya's whisper, "We can tell the kids he wandered off." The room went still. Maya's hand trembled. The ladle slipped, soup splashing onto the floor. I looked around the table, meeting each stunned face. "I thought you should all see who you've been sharing your meals with." They stammered, desperate to explain. But it was too late. The footage had already been sent to his employer, the board Maya served on, the neighbors, the authorities. By morning, his job was gone. Her board position revoked. The grandchildren were sent to stay safely with my son out of state. I left before sunrise, leaving nothing but a note taped to the fridge. Boundaries, understood. Now I sit on a porch by the ocean, a place Evelyn never got to see, but I know she would have loved. I get photos from my grandkids every week. My son says they're sleeping better now. Happier. I don't miss the soup. I don't miss the house. And I carry no regret. People think revenge needs to be loud, but the most satisfying kind is silent. Measured. I never raised my voice. Never lifted a hand. I simply let them craft their own poison, and quietly watched as they swallowed every drop,